Technology Transfer webinar. Today, the project manager, Luca Escopier, will explain in detail how to benefit from the services offered by the EU-Japan Technology Transfer Helpdesk, namely how to search for technologies on the platform, how to find useful documents, and how to be engaged in part of activities of the helpdesk. So without further ado, I would like to give the floor to him. Over to you, Luca.
In organizing this. Very happy that there are some people that are interested in the services. I can see some names that are pretty familiar, some friends or anyway, people that I have already interacted with in the last couple of months. Today, I would like to dedicate this webinar to the user, in general, to a presentation to the services of the helpdesk, and then also introducing you to the things that can be done by using the website or by contacting us. I would start by saying that you can definitely take notes of questions you might have. It's much easier, I would say, to keep the flow, that you keep the questions for the end. So please bear with me for not a long time. I'll be pretty quick and hopefully effective. And then you can we can spend some time during the Q&A session, and hopefully I'll be able to respond to all of your questions. So without further ado, I don't know how many of you, probably, hopefully, everybody had the chance to take a look at the website of the helpdesk, which is the following. That I URL is www.eu-jp-tt-helpdesk.eu. The helpdesk is a project that has been launched in February 2016 from the EU-Japan, by the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation, which is a unique venture between METI, the Ministry for Economy, Trade and Investment here in Japan, and the EU Commission. It started originally as a way to allow and facilitate bilateral exchange of information, especially for facilitating licensing, technology transfer between EU and Japan. And it's something that could originally be done mostly online, which is still sort of the purpose of doing that, but I'm also here, the team is here, and what we can do is definitely trying to be with you and assist you in finding the information that you are looking for. I can see that there is someone that is okay. Yes, hi. Okay, so going back to the website, let me start with something that is really important. If you belong to an SME, or if you know people that are belonging to SMEs or interested in SMEs, please share this icon here, this link here. If you click on go to the survey, you will be redirected to a web page where you can take a Google survey. There is a Google form. It takes really literally 3 minutes, so I would really appreciate if you can share, because this way we can, of course, better the services and know what you are looking for. Maybe we're not at the moment providing you with that, so I would really love to hear from you and other people involved with the SMEs. That said, as you can see here in the menu, there are different tabs. Of course, there is a description of the help desk that I just that I just introduced to you. Then there is a section dedicated to technologies, and this is the real core of the website and of the help desk itself. As you can see, there is a search panel here on the left part of the screen. You can search technologies by keywords, by TRL, so technology readiness level, from 1 to 9. It also explains what a TRL is for those that are not familiar with the concept. And also you can make a search by area. And we divided basically all the possible technologies into 6 main categories. What is really, really important, and I want to stress it once more, is that the real power of the engine is related to the searches that are made by keyword. Searches made by TRL or technology area are just referring to the little, even if it's growing, but it's a little number of technologies that have been uploaded by universities and research centers directly onto our website. So if you really want to see what is the power of the engine and the database, you have to make a search by keyword. You can use Boolean operators. It's not always that easy to use the operators, the Boolean operators, when you make a search, because we are also getting data from other databases that might not always allow the use of the operator. So you have to kind of double check. I will show you in a couple of minutes how the process works when you want to make a search and how technologies are being shown. Going down here in the web page, you can see how technologies look like, and this is kind of pretty important, I would say. So this is an example of an institute, a research institute in Spain. The page here on the left, you have basically the logo of the institution. You have the title, the name of the small little description here, and then here close to the rocket, here you see what I'm highlighting is the title of the technology, and then you have a typical form that is being used to describe technology. So you have the benefits, potential benefits of the technology. You can see that there is some delay, what I'm showing to you, so I'll be moving slowly the cursor. Then you have applications, and then here you have a section with the materials and with documents that you can see and download. In this case, these are 2 forms that you can see and download as a PDF. On the right hand side, you have a description of the category the technology belongs to, so it's life sciences medicine. The TRL, so in this case is number 2, and this is a description of what TRL number 2 means, so a technology concept has been formulated. And then you have a pie chart that is representing the TRL of the entire portfolio of technologies that are contained in the database. If you're looking at a US patent, you can also click on this icon and you will see that you might be able to get a grading report that will show you grades for the patent or the application of interest to you. This works exclusively with US documents. This is also a series of tags that have been used by the people that uploaded the technology. You can share the technology, of course, on socials if you are interested in doing so, and please do so that you can help us spread all the information. And here you have an interesting additional small bar where you have some useful information. So you have a current status from an IP perspective. So you know that it's a PCT application that has been filed. The availability, it's available for licensing. The inventor or inventors that constitute the team, in this case, is more than 2. And then you have these 2 options. So if you click on general inquiries, you directly have the option to send an email to me and to the people or the person that is representing the technology on the database. And if you already know that you're interested in licensing the technology, in that case, you can click on this form, license request, and you will see that basically you have all the fields that are necessary to basically draft a license agreement. After you fill out all the form, then of course you can be contacted for further information and of course to establish a real contact with the entity. You can also, as you can see, you can also upload documents here. There is an additional option that has been added, but I will show you that during the phase in which I will describe the upload of the documents. If you and then if you click on more info, and this is kind of a pretty neat feature that I urge you to use. You have a description of the entity with the map, with a general description of the activities performed by the entity, and then on the right hand side here you have all the list of technologies that have been uploaded by that entity. So it's a pretty easy way to see the entire portfolio that has been uploaded on our database, and also with very quick information like the TRL, the availability, the IP status, and etc. etc. If we go back, we scroll down the website just to show you very quickly the list of partners that are, sorry for the pun, partnering with us. You probably, if you're familiar with some large patent law firms, you might recognize some of the names. Some are Japanese, some are international firms operating, practicing here in Japan. These are the partners of the help desk, which means that these are firms that help us in doing several activities, from the organization of seminars, webinars, assisting clients with some special arrangements. So if you are interested in an operation, in a collaboration, in a deal, a transaction with some Japanese entities, you might want to check the profiles of the partners. If you click on every icon, you will be redirected to this box in which you can download the PDF with a brochure of the law firm, or otherwise you can just give me a call or send me an email, and I will be more than happy to help you navigate and tell you what we can do for you. Then we have the third pillar of the help desk on the website, where you can see basically all the useful information that you might find, and you can download, or you can watch, or you can listen to. So we have a different spectrum of files, things that you can browse and you can check, starting from the webinars and the interviews. So every webinar is available, with the only exception of one, actually it was number 3, are uploaded. They are on the YouTube page of the help desk, so you can check them whenever you want. You can also download the PDF of the presentation. So it's a pretty useful set of information that you can have, you can share, of course. So even this webinar will be uploaded as a video file as soon as we can. Going back, this also, it says webinar and interviews, so there will be also interviews that we will be uploading very, very shortly. Actually, the next one I can already tell you will be in a couple of days, and we interviewed probably the most prolific inventor on the planet. So hopefully you will like the interview and some of the pictures that we took here in Japan. Here you have another section called documents and presentations. As you can guess, you can find reports, presentations coming from webinars, seminars, and other things that are pretty much related to innovation and to tech transfer, licensing, and everything that has to do within this set of topics with the European Union and Japan. You have a calendar that you can always consult with the next events, and then you have a section where you can see here at the very bottom the contacts, the contact details to get in touch with us. So either myself here in Japan and with the telephone number, or you can send me an email. I will tell you in a second what is the email, or you can just send me a message through the box here once you click on contact us. Or if you have any other question, you are in Europe, you're more you want to talk to someone in Europe, you can call the colleague Jessica Mikkelsen in Brussels, in the Brussels office. Here at the very bottom on the right hand side, you have a section where you can it allows you to register to the newsletter. So I really urge you to do so, because you can find many interesting things. We are also on LinkedIn. There's a group called EU-Japan Technology Transfer Helpdesk, where we on a daily basis most of the time update with the current available technologies. We have a Twitter account that of course we use to tweet news about IP, and then we have the YouTube channel. That said, I would go back to the technologies section, telling you, probably answering you before you ask this question. So who is the target audience, and who are the people or the entities that are supposed to be served and should be interested in the help desk? Well, the help desk is meant to help European and Japanese companies, especially SMEs. Of course, we have special attention for those, and individuals, of course, working for these entities, and European and Japanese universities and research centers. We are interested in helping them out in different ways. If you belong to a university or research center, what you can do is to, of course, check for technologies that you might be interested in because maybe some of your colleagues patented something, or about in the process of patenting something, and so you might be interested in checking what's going on. Or you might be interested in uploading the technologies, and then I will show you in a minute how the process works. If you're a company, you might be interested in checking what's going on in the technology field as far as available technologies are concerned, and I will show you how to navigate the results once you make a search. Or simply you can be interested in seeing what's going on in terms of patent documents, because the last layer of results that you can see once you make a search on the website allows you to actually search a database that has millions, tens of millions of patent documents that you can browse. Of course, if you want to get in touch with us as a company, you can, and you have a specific interest for a technology area, or you want to set an appointment with someone that has uploaded a technology on the database, please give us a call. I would be more than happy to try to help you out. If you're a university and you're interested, or a research center and you're interested in posting the technologies, please do contact us. You cannot do it on your own without letting me know. We first have to have a chat for two reasons. One, because I will give you additional information about the uploading process, and secondly, because of course I have to explain some of the terms and conditions related to the upload. Second, probably also important feature of the website, all the services, including the uploading of the documents, the technologies, is totally free. So there is no membership that is required. There is no membership agreement that we have to sign. This has been done with the idea in mind of speeding things up. And of course, as long as you upload a technology, you have to click on the terms and conditions of the website by declaring that you have the authority to represent the entity that you are claiming you represent, and to post the technology of the entity. That said, I forgot one thing that is also very important here in the section of the documents. Here you see this red dot with a microphone. This is a new section that we dedicated to the podcasts. You can have access to the section and listen to the latest interviews that I made. This is one of the ways, but we will go back to this at the very end of the presentation in a couple of minutes. This is one of the ways in which you can definitely contribute to the activities of the help desk. So let's do some interesting stuff. Let me show you how to read and navigate the results of a search. So basically, if I click here in the field keywords, and I type, for example, the keyword nano, something that is kind of easy, you'll see this page. It's showing you here 10 technologies that became right away 127. Why? Because there are two ways in which we show this layer of results the technologies. One, these blue boxes are basically the technologies that have been uploaded by universities or research centers and for which we have all the details that I show you in the template before. So this one, for example, is a technology of the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology with all the attributes that I show you in the other template. If you go down, though, you will see this section in which basically I have other two universities that are represented by these two boxes. One is the University of Alicante with 116 technologies, and the other one is the University College Dublin with one technology that is a match for the search that I made. What does this mean? This means that the University of Alicante and University College Dublin decided to basically two ways. One is by uploading directly the technology in the database of the center of the help desk, and the second one is to allowing us to make a search on their database that is available online when you run a search from our database. So basically, when you click on show me the results, here you see that I've been redirected to the page of the University of Alicante, and I can browse the technologies that basically matched the requests. Here you see search results, nano, 116 results. And same for the University College Dublin. This is really important. These are technologies, first layer, that are available for licensing. Second layer, here we say, let us give you some additional info about other available technologies we retrieved using your keywords. So we have 63 technology offers from the EN database that probably most of you already know. Okay, it comprises technologies that are coming from tens of countries, not just in the European Union, but also outside of the European Union. So in this case, there are 63 technology offers that contain the keyword nano, and 1,209 results from JSTOR. JSTOR is a database of patent documents that are related to Japanese research institutions and universities. If you click on Show Me, in this case, you are redirected to the page of JSTOR, where you can see technologies with other additional details about the patents, about the entity that is basically represented, and then you have a description of the abstract in English, some other patent-related data in English, and then here on the right-hand side you have details about the entity, the email you have to use to get in touch with, the address, and the fax or the telephone contact. And also here you have actually a box that you can use to contact the entity. So it's a direct contact to the entity. Across the planet. In this case, we have 223,138 patent documents. You can click on Show Me and you'll be redirected to the page of our partner that is allowing us to basically have, as you can see, a look at patent documents. You can click on the document in question. You will be seeing basically an abstract of the patent document, the applicant, the inventor, all the major, most important data, the IMPADOC family, legal status, drawings. In this case, they show no image, but usually also you can see the drawings. So basically, it's a really, really powerful tool, especially for companies, but not just for companies, but especially for companies to see what's going on, because you have access to a database that is really, really powerful with tens of millions of documents. And then you can compare what you found in the, let's say, patent world, and then compare this with what is not just probably being patented, but also is available. So that's the main difference between layer number 1, layer number 2, with these two databases that we also consult, and layer number 3 with the patent documents. This is one of the major features, as you can imagine, of the help desk. Going back to the role played by the universities, how as a university or a research center you can have a technology like this posted on the website. First, you have to get in touch with me, send me an email, call me, send me an email through the website, a message through the website. We can arrange a call or a Skype call, usually enough short, just to show you how things work, maybe a little bit more in detail. And then I will send you basically a link, which is this one, the technology submission form that basically allows you to make a submission. So here you will recognize probably some of the most common fields that you see in forms of this type. So the title, the technology description, potential benefits, limitations, if any, suggested applications, the IP status. You have always usually menus that you can browse and choose the option that fits the best the situation. You have field for inventors and team, availability, licensing, assignment, or other. Contact, you can choose to be represented, to be shown in terms of name and email or not. And then this is really important if you want to jump on board. Institution data, I need just once this box filled out, even if you make a submission, a multiple submission of 10 technologies, because of course I just need once the institution name, the description of the research being conducted, and the logo. So 10 technology, 20 technologies, 50 technologies, I just need once this box filled out. This is a development stage with the TRL that you can choose, tagging, technology area, and then you can upload up to 5 files, but actually if you have more, you can just let me know, and you can send me the other files by email. You can upload everything, all these formats here. You can also upload an audio files. For example, we just uploaded recently a technology with that was basically introduced by the inventor himself, which is kind of a pretty neat feature. So if you have inventors that are not shy and they want to tell their story about the technology, how they conceived it, how they developed it, what they want to do with the technologies, please do encourage them to do so. It's pretty easy. I just need an audio file. It will take a couple of minutes and then we can upload it. So there is no limit. The only thing I ask you, and that's why we're not interested in multiple submissions from a university, even if the portfolio is very, very large, is what we are looking for is something that for you, because you are the one that of course knows if that technology is promising, we need something from you that is promising or you think is promising and for which you can give us all of the information that you see here. We are trying to make our best to have all the technologies that are uploaded on the website very uniform and with a lot of information so that companies can actually be interested in reading what they see, because otherwise if they see profiles where technologies are not described, of course they have no interest in coming back to the website. So please, if you're interested, please bear in mind that we need very few technologies from each institution, potentially good, and with a lot of information. This basically ends the part dedicated to the description of the searching for technologies and the upload of the technologies. There is a last minute that I would like to dedicate to the contribution that I can have from your side. As you can see, we have seminars, webinars, podcasts, so there are a lot of different ways in which we can be in touch. If you think you have something that you want to share with the community, we're really trying to establish an ecosystem here, an environment in which people can speak, share information, and learn from the others. So if you think you might have something that can be relevant, some experience, best cases, failures as well, because these might be important too. We can learn from failures. So if you want to share something, please be in touch, and then we can have a chat and decide whether or not the topic is fit. And if it is fit for the help desk, we can have a podcast or an interview or whatever other kind of tool that we can think of. So with that, that said, basically my presentation ends here, and I'll go back to the homepage of the website of the help desk. And I thank you for the patience, for the 30 plus minutes that you spend with us. And of course, I'm open of the technologies are just in one country, which is kind of difficult to happen. It might be that in most of the cases, technologies will be coming from different countries. But I think that the correct number of countries that belong to the database is around 70. The other question is from Mr. Gump. Is it possible also for SME as technology providers? There are some startups coming. Okay, technology providers. Yes, I understand what you mean. So especially you're talking probably about spin-offs coming from universities. We already got in touch with some universities, spin-offs that were interested in doing this. The answer is yes and no, in the sense that the posting of the technology is for now is reserved to universities and research centers. But if you're interested in maybe looking for a partnership or a complementary technology, or anyway participate also in calls that might involve companies here, especially in Japan, I think it's a good idea to be in touch and have a chat, because some of my colleagues work on complementary services to the help desk, like participation to Horizon 2020 and DEN itself. So it might be a good idea to have a chat and see if we can anyway move forward with that. I hope this answers your question. Of course, yes, Munich. Absolutely, I agree. It's definitely a good idea. I can see also that Michele is writing something. In the meantime, I'm also yes, good question, Michele. I would say Europe and Japan. So for now, this is the focus of the activities. I know that there are some projects going on or about to start in Europe, especially that might also foresee the involvement of other main IP in general industrial markets around the planet. But as of today, this is kind of the target. In the meantime, I'm also writing my email, so for those that are interested. Okay, so this is my email. Feel free to definitely send me an email if you have any other question or you want to share my contact details. And yes, we have a last probable question. Very interesting question. Actually, the theme will be the subject of the next podcast. So we have a scientist from Europe about the open paradigm and with all the things that are kind of related to the concept of open science, so open source, open data, open and forth. As of today, we are devoting the space, literally the space on the website for technologies that are being patented or that are in the being patented they have a patent already, but you never know. We absolutely see. So I don't know if there is anyone else interested in asking for additional information, or you can definitely rely on the email I sent you. So Eva, if you are the conversation and the webinar here, and I would
Sure, Luca. Thanks very
you,
much.
and of course, I would like to thank you and all the attendees for having spent some time with us. It's really great to see people that are interested in the services of the help desk. I really hope you can share this with your colleagues and people that are interested in the topic. And hopefully, I'll see you for the next webinar in October. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luca. And lastly, one thing to add, if participants have any further questions about the help desk, do not hesitate to send me an email and I will pass it on to Luca. Thanks very much for attending.
Thank you. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.